Hi students, welcome back to my channel Make Learning Easy. In this video, we can learn about plant types, photosynthesis and adaptation in plants. Okay, you know what are plants? Plants are multicellular organisms. Like human beings, they are also multicellular and they can also prepare their own food with the help of water, carbon dioxide and water, sunlight. Okay. Let's see types of plants. Okay, these are the main types of plants: herbs, shrubs, trees, creepers and climbers. Okay, first we can see herbs. What are herbs? Herbs are small plants with weak stems. They have thin, soft, green stems and they live for only months. Okay, you might have seen spinach, mint, etc. in your surroundings. They are small plants with weak stems. Okay, so they are called herb. Herb is plant with weak stems. Next is shrubs. Okay, shrubs are bushy plants. Okay, they are like bushes. Okay, they have several woody stems and they live for many years. The best example is rose. Okay, you know rose is having a woody stem. Okay, and the rose looks like bushes. Okay, so they are called shrubs are bushy plants. Next one is creepers. Okay, they are plants with weak stems. So since they are having weak stems, they cannot stand erect. See, this is a pumpkin plant, okay, which cannot stand erect. That's why they are creeping along the ground. Okay, the best example is pumpkin. It's a creeper. Next one is climber. Okay, they are also plants with weak stems, but in this case they take support of nearby objects. Okay, they take the support of nearby objects. Okay, best example is bottle gourd, cucumber. But creepers, they creep along the ground, and climbers climb on other objects near them. Okay. Next one is trees. Trees are also plants. Okay, they are very big and tall plants actually. Okay, they have thick woody stem. The thick woody stem is called what? The thick woody stem is called trunk. Okay. These are the main type of plants, but there are other type of plants. That means flowering and non-flowering plants. Plants make their own food. Plants depends upon others for food. Then insectivorous plants. Okay, these are some other type of plants. Flowering plants, you know, plants with flowers, and non-flowering plants, plants without flowers. The best example is fern plant. This is the type of plant depends upon others for food. You know, most of the plants are preparing their own food, but there are some other plants which depends on others for food. Okay, they are eating dead and decaying plants and animals. Okay, some other plants, they are living on other plants and derive food from them. The best example is cuscuta. This is cuscuta plant which lives on another plant and it take its food from this plant. Okay, this is an interesting thing. This is insectivorous plant. Okay, the best example is Venus flytrap. Okay, see, there is a hair-like structure in the lids of these leaves. Okay, when the insect touches this hair-like structure, the leaves shut like a box. The poor insect is get trapped and eaten by the Venus flytrap. So, since they are eating insects, they are called insectivorous plants. Next is an important process, that is photosynthesis. Actually, this is the food preparation process. Okay, photosynthesis is the food preparation process. The process by which plants make food with the help of sunlight, carbon dioxide and water. That is photosynthesis. And for photosynthesis, plant needs carbon dioxide, sunlight, water and chlorophyll. These four things needed. Okay, what is chlorophyll? Chlorophyll is the green color pigment present on the leaves, and the chlorophyll helps leaves for absorbing sunlight. Okay, leaves are the site of photosynthesis. See, this is photosynthesis. In this, the plant uses sunlight and carbon dioxide and water from which is absorbed through the roots. In the leaves, the photosynthesis takes place, and as a result of photosynthesis, oxygen and sugar is formed. Okay. Next, how do they obtain carbon dioxide, water and sunlight? For photosynthesis, how do they obtain? Okay, sunlight is absorbed by the leaves with the help of chlorophyll. Okay, the leaves in the plants are arranged in a way to absorb maximum sunlight. Okay, so that's how they obtain sunlight. Then how they obtain carbon dioxide? Through stomata. What is stomata? Stomata are the tiny hole present on the leaves of a plant. Okay, the carbon dioxide from the air enters the leaves through the stomata, and oxygen that is produced comes out of these stomata. Okay, then you all know water. How water is obtained? Through the fine tubes on the roots. These tubes are connected to all plant parts. Okay, that's how they obtain sunlight, carbon dioxide and water. Next one is photosynthesis in plants with leaves of other colors. Okay, do you think in these type of plants photosynthesis takes place? Yes, other colors pigments are dominant in these type of plants, but they are having chlorophyll. Since it is having chlorophyll, they are also doing photosynthesis. Without photosynthesis, they cannot survive. Okay. Next, we can see what is the importance of plants. Okay, oxygen is produced as a result of photosynthesis, and every living organism needs oxygen for their survival. And carbon dioxide is used for photosynthesis. So, there occurs a balance between the oxygen and carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. So, do not cut plant unnecessarily. Next, in an important topic, adaptation in plants. We can see what is adaptation. Adaptation is the process by which plants survive in their habitat with the help of some special body features. Okay, this process of survival in different habitat is called adaptation. Okay, what is habitat? Okay, there is a term habitat. What is habitat? Habitat is the natural home where a plant lives and grows. Okay. What is the need, or why do plants adapt? What is the importance of adaptation? Okay, in order to survive in a particular climate, they need adaptation. In hot climate, in cold climate, they need to survive. Okay, in order to survive in a particular climate, plant need adaptation. For protection, okay, you might have seen certain plants have thorns and spines in order to protect themselves from their enemies. Okay, for example, rose plant have thorns in it. Okay, just to protect them from enemies. Okay, next one is for reproduction. Okay, how adaptation helps in reproduction? Plants have colorful flowers to attract butterflies and bees, which helps in reproduction. How means which helps to transfer the pollen grains from one plant, one flower to another flower, which results in fertilization. Okay, that's the importance of, or that is the need of adaptation. Next, we can see adaptation of plants in various habitats. Okay, first we can see in coastal regions. In coastal region, the winds are salty, strong, and there is hot temperature, and the loose sandy soil is there. So, in order to adapt in these particular climatic conditions, they need some adaptation. Okay, the leaves are thick and fond of many long stripes, so which helps to tolerate from strong winds. Okay, there is salty winds, I told you. Okay, the leaves are waterproof and shiny, so the leaves are not dry out in salty winds. Okay, they have their sandy soil. Okay, so there might have chance of less support. So in this case, there is long roots for their support, and these long roots also helps to find water and nutrients. Okay, there is strong winds. In this case, what is the adaptation? They have strong and flexible stem. So in order to protect from strong winds, they have strong and flexible stems. So in different climatic conditions, they have different adaptations. Next, we can see in mountain regions what is the adaptation. Okay, mountain regions, they have cold climate, there is frequent snowfall, strong sunlight, and the soil is very poor in nutrients. So in order to survive these conditions, okay, the leaves are cone shaped. In mountain regions, the leaves are cone shaped. So what will happen? The snow shed off the leaves. So they are not trapped in the leaves, and thereby there is no destruction occurs. Okay, the leaves are cone shaped, so the snow shed off the leaves. Then there is cold climate. So they need some warm air. So the trees grow close together so that the warm air trapped. Okay. So since they are growing close together, the warm air get trapped. Okay. There is strong sunlight. Okay, there stands for more and more water evaporation. So the leaves have waxy coating. There it will prevent the evaporation damage. Okay. Then there is the soil is very poor in nutrients. So there is long roots which grow deep into the soil. So in order to find the nutrients and water, these long roots help. Then we can see in desert what is the adaptation. Okay, what is the climate condition in desert. There is lesser water, lesser rainfall, hot climate. Okay, these are some specialities in a desert region. Strong wind, sandy soil, etc. is there. So they need to conserve water. Then they need to reduce their water loss. Okay, so for that they have long roots and they have waxy coating in their leaves, and the stomata only opens during night. These are some specialities, because since it is having long roots, they can seek water deep into the soil. They can seek water, and they have the capability of storing water in their roots. Then the leaves are waxy, so evaporation becomes minimal, and the stomata opens only during night. Okay, so it also helps to prevent more and more evaporation. There is hot climate, so the leaves are small. So since the leaves are small, only lesser area is exposed to sun. So evaporation is minimal and water loss is minimal. Cactus? Cactus is a desert plant. They have the capability of growing along the surface. So they have to catch the rainwater easily. They are capable of catching rainwater easily since they are growing along the surface. So that's a desert adaptation. Then in marshy region, what is marshy regions? Marshy regions are waterlogged region. So the soil has the low level of oxygen. Since this region is waterlogged, there is lesser support for plants. So the roots are growing above the soil for support. Okay, so they are called breathing roots. Why they are called breathing roots? The roots have the roots growing above the soil take air directly from atmosphere. So they are called breathing roots. Okay, so these are some adaptation in different climatic conditions. So that's all about aquatic. That's all about marshy regions. Then aquatic plants. Okay, in order to adapt themselves, aquatic plants are divided into floating plants, fixed plants, and underwater plants. Okay, floating plants are light and spongy with air spaces, and the roots are not fixed but hang in water. So they are light and spongy, they can float in the water. There is lesser sunlight in aquatic regions, so the leaves are broad and light to absorb maximum sunlight. So since there is lesser sunlight, they are absorbing maximum sunlight with the help of their broad leaves. Okay, they have wax-like substances in their leaves. So the leaves do not rot in water. Okay, there is a chance of rotting the leaves. Okay, since it is having wax-like substances, the leaves do not rot in water. Then in case of fixed plants, the stomata present only in upper surfaces. Okay, these are also some measures to prevent more evaporation. Then in underwater plants, this, okay, floating plants, fixed plants and underwater plants are the types of plants in order to adapt. Okay, in underwater plants there is just stomata, but water and nutrients are absorbed directly from atmosphere through the leaves. Okay, so these are the adaptation seen in aquatic plants. Okay, that's all about the topic. Okay, thank you. Please do like, share and subscribe.